Welcome back to another Divine Styles tutorial. In this video, I'll show you how to do a cute half up, half down Bantu knot style. Let's get started. I'll be skipping the moisturizing part on this video since I just washed my hair, but you know the drill. Water, oil, cover your whole head. We don't want dry and brittle locks, alright? Once your hair is moisturized, you're going to section it from ear to ear into two parts, and we're going to put that front section in a little ponytail and save it for later. Those are going to be for the Bantu knots. In the back, we're going to do 2-strand twists with a knot at the bottom. So I just always like to make sure that I have an even amount of locks in the back. So I count them out. And then I just work in smaller sections so it's easier. So I'm going to split my back section down in the middle and then put the left side away for now. I start my twist at the base of my head and work my way up just in case I have to add or remove any extra locks. And just a standard 2-strand twist all the way down. And then at the bottom, we're going to add a knot. So I just fold the hair up to the length I want. And then I go ahead and wrap it around my finger and make a knot, securing the end with a rubber band. And I'm just going to do that across the whole back of my head. While you watch this part, I'll do another quick story time. In the last episode of Unpack Your Why, we talked about giving your all to a job and losing yourself in work, just to realize most companies see us as replaceable. That conversation made me think about workplace bullying, favoritism, and people who are overly invested in workplace politics. I used to get so irritated by coworkers who would constantly kiss up to management, gossip, or try to tear other people down. In my head, I'll be like, if you put this much energy into your actual work, maybe you wouldn't be so worried about everybody else. But over time, I started realizing a lot of those people probably don't feel fulfilled outside of work. They use their job title, validation from managers, and criticizing others as their source of confidence. For a long time, I took everything personally. I used to overthink feedback and try so hard to be perfect because I wanted to prove myself. But eventually, I learned no matter how hard you work, some people will always have something negative to say, especially when you're quiet, confident, attractive, or genuinely good at what you do. Some people project their insecurities onto whoever reminds them of what they lack in themselves. One situation that really changed how I viewed workplace friendships happened years ago at my first job. I had a coworker who became a real friend to me. We worked together for years, hung out outside of work, and were really close. Then we got a new manager and she started sleeping with him. Eventually, he promoted me to assistant manager. Instead of being happy for me, the first thing she asked was, "How come you got it and I didn't?" After that, everything changed. Suddenly, everything I did was criticized. She started reporting every little thing back to him and acting like we were in competition. That situation made me realize people can resent you just for growing and being recognized. And honestly, that wasn't the last time I experienced something like that. I've dealt with jealous coworkers, passive aggressive comments, fake support, and even managers who secretly wanted me to fail. At a different job, my manager created a lot of confusion and intentionally kept employees against each other for her own benefit. The first time I noticed it, I thought the issue was just between me and a coworker. But then I watched the same exact situation play out again with a completely different group of employees. And I realized the common denominator was the manager herself. I saw her promise the same promotion to multiple people at once, then use that opportunity as leverage to get what she wanted from them. She would dangle the position over people's head to keep them loyal, then pull it away the moment they questioned her or stopped feeding into the dynamic. Eventually, she did the same thing to me. This was my first role in HR, and I started off as a recruiter. Looking back now, I honestly feel like my manager did the workplace version of love bombing. She gave me a quick promotion, a huge raise, and constantly filled my head with exciting plans for my future within the company. At the time, I thought I had finally found a manager who truly believed in me and wanted to help me succeed. But I realized it was meant to keep me emotionally attached and dependent on opportunity. Once I started noticing the manipulation, I shifted my focus towards making sure my credentials and growth stayed with me, no matter where I went. I started taking classes and passed my HR certification exam, but I kept completing every task that was assigned to me with hopes that my dedication and hard work would eventually be appreciated the right way. Spoiler alert, it never was. When it came time for her to follow through on what she promised, she suddenly tried to push me into a completely different role than what was originally discussed. The moment I questioned it, she flipped it on me and called me ungrateful. She started saying things like she took a risk hiring me and that I should just be thankful for the opportunity. That experience really taught me how manipulative some workplace environments can be. Some managers don't actually want strong, confident employees around them. They only want people they can easily control. That part was especially confusing because managers are supposed to mentor and guide you. But some insecure leaders will intentionally guide you in the wrong direction because they're threatened by your potential. They don't want you to outgrow them or realize your own value. Those experiences are a big reason why I became more private at work. I learned how important boundaries are because not everyone who smiles with you is genuinely rooting for you. And once I became a manager myself, I saw everything differently. I realized healthy managers actually dislike kiss up behavior, gossip, and toxic competition too. Strong leaders don't need employees fighting for validation or trying to tear each other down. Healthy workplaces are built on trust, teamwork, communication, and support. The managers set the tone for the entire environment. Toxic managers thrive in chaos because it keeps people insecure and easier to control. Healthy managers want everyone to succeed because confident leaders aren't threatened by other people shining. That's why now, whenever I enter a new workplace, I pay attention to the energy more than anything. You can tell a lot about a company by how people treat each other when no one else is watching. And if majority of the employees are miserable and unhappy, run. Okay, now that we're done with the back, we're going to move on to the Bantu knots. So you can take that front section out, part it down the middle, and then part it one more time. So we're going to do 4 Bantu knots. I'm just moving the rest of the sections out this way. By this time, my hair was a little dry, so I just added some more water and oil to it. And then I'm going to brush the locks up into a ponytail just to get that slick look in the front. I'm using a rubber band to secure the ponytail and I'm wrapping it around like 3 times, not too tight so it doesn't cause too much breakage. I'm just going to section off each part so I have 4 ponytails in the front along the crown of my head. Once you get all 4 sections secured, you're going to start the Bantu knots. So literally just twisting the locks all around each other. And then you just keep twisting it until it makes a knot. So I'm just going to circle it around. I grab the root and then just circle the rest of the locks around it until I get that knot shape. And then I tuck the ends and secure it with a rubber band. Here you see it one more time. So I just twist, twist, twist all the way down. And then I start wrapping the locks around themselves, making a little knot. I tuck the ends into the knot itself and then secure it all with a rubber band or 2, as many as you need. And that's pretty much it. It's a really cute and simple style. I'm just finishing off with some lock jewelry and I'm going to lay my edges down. If you try this style, make sure you tag me on Instagram at DivineDivine LLC and leave a comment to let me know which style you want to see next. Thanks for watching. Stay divine.